It's crisp, it cuts through, it has no artificial colours or flavours. Today we're drinking Strongbow Dark Fruits. Hi guys, it's Jim here from drtangenstein.com with another episode of Beers of the British Isles and another special guest. On today's episode, I've brought along the only person I could think of to help me get through this fruit cider, the only fruit cider drinker I know, Sophie.
Hello.
Sophie, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
So on today's episode, we're going to be drinking Strongbow Dark Fruits. Believe it or not, this is a much requested review of mine from family members, from friends, from followers. So
Because everyone secretly drinks it.
Everyone secretly drinks it, I guess.
I bet at least one of your subscribers
So I guess
secretly took swimming.
Are you an open? Dark
I'm an
Fruits
open
drinker?
fan. There's no point denying it.
Okay, so we got ourselves a fan. So at least we're in safe hands here on this side. I'm a bit of a novice, as always. So this beer drink comes in at about 80 pence a can. Is that kind of
Rough? Yeah.
Roughly, yeah. Yeah, it is rough. You're right.
Yeah.
About 80 pence a can, 4% alcohol, 440 mils.
It's great.
Yeah, it's okay. Now, it has 0 malt bill. It has 0 IBUs. It has 0 beer in it. This is a cider. What it does have is dark fruits. Now, you're a Harry Potter fan.
I am.
Are dark fruits the ones that go to Slytherin, or are they in Ravenclaw? I can't remember which.
I just feel like this is a joke.
So dark fruits, I guess. I don't know. What are we looking for in this? Is it black currants, cherries,
I'm not that great.
blackberries?
Because I just
like
drink
dark?
it.
You just drink it?
Just drink it.
Okay.
It's dark berries.
So this is dark fruits, strictly dark fruits, and apparently no artificial colours or flavourings.
Yes.
If you can believe that. So this is a fruit cider. What I know is Strongbow are a multinational brand. I'm sure they've done it properly. So what I'm imagining is something that's kind of sweet, not overly so, otherwise people wouldn't be able to drink 12 pints of it, right?
I mean, depends where you're from.
I feel like she's got spoilers. I'm thinking black currants, blackberries, cherries.
Yes.
You know, all
you're on
the
the right
dark
lines.
stuff.
Very much.
Let's just dig in and find out what's going on. Okay, so we're in the can. We're drinking this cold, and this is actually the only drink so far that we've had on the show that you could drink with ice. Do you drink it with ice?
Sometimes.
Would you like a cube?
Go for it.
Go for it. Okay, so I'm gonna partake.
Oh my God, where did that come from?
In a cube. There we go. Sophie, you can also have a cube there. So the thing with ice is, if you have ice, I guess it ruins the carbonation. But I'm guessing that won't be a problem.
I don't think it will.
So we've got our Strongbow. It's cold. It's very cold and very dark. So it's in the can. What does it look like? Let's first take a little looky
nice
at the
and
colour.
red.
It is nice and red. For a dark fruit, it's not so dark. You know, it's not coffee, is it?
I think
Nice and red.
for a dark fruit, you'd expect it to be.
Yeah. No head retention. Of course, this isn't a beer, so there's
Cider.
no protein in there. There's nothing in there that would lend itself to giving head, which seems like my life.
I mean, red night on dark fruit.
Right. Let's give it a little sniff. Oh, you can drink it if you like.
Sorry.
No, that's fine.
Edit that out.
You know, lady's choice. So let's... Now,
Fruity.
I'm going to say something.
Okay, is it controversial?
I'm gonna just throw something out there, and you fire straight back at me with a yes or a no.
Right.
Juicy blackcurrant cordial.
Yes.
Yes.
Posh alcoholic Ribena.
Yes, it's definitely not posh Ribena, because Ribena is pretty posh, but it's alcohol. It smells like juicy blackcurrant cordial.
Yeah.
Would that be right? So maybe we got blackcurrants in there. Right. There's nothing else in there. Let's dive in and find out what the...
Cheers. That's the verdict.
All right, that's the end of the show.
The
We can't just dive in with the verdict.
The verdict.
You know what, actually? That is way more crisp than I thought it was going to be.
You'd be led to believe.
I thought it was just going to be like drinking cordial, but it's actually quite refreshing. It does taste like a cider. I'm not a massive cider guy, but...
You can tell it's cider.
Yeah, you can tell it's cider.
But then it's flavour for people that don't like cider.
Don't like cider, but still want to drink some cider. Yeah, so it's really, actually quite crisp. When I said sweet earlier, I was imagining sickly, and that's not what this is it?
Maybe after a few cans for you, because you're a beer drinker.
Maybe after a few cans for me, yeah. But it's quite crisp. It is sweet, don't get me wrong, it is sweet. There's no, like I say, in cider, there's no hops to balance out that sweetness. It's just kind of sweet. And you've got to balance that out with the choice of apples, the yeast that you use and stuff. So they've probably actually not done... For what I was imagining, a fruit cider that's 4% and costs 80p a can, I was imagining much worse. Now the company that makes this drink, the company is Strongbow. Strongbow Dark Fruits, Strongbow. And I was surprised to find any information at all about Strongbow, any kind of heritage. But the company actually goes back to the 60s.
Nah.
It's like 60 years old. So this is owned by Bulmers, it was founded by Bulmers, let's say.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. So Bulmers, it was named after a guy, Richard de Clare, whose name was Strongbow, because he had a strong bow and he relied on archers during his campaign in Ireland.
Are you looking at me? Yeah.
Yes. That's the theory anyway. I don't know anything about this. But what I will say is it is 60 years old. This brand is 60 years old and it's one of the top 10 drinks brands, let's say, in the UK at least.
Yes, it's very popular.
It is very popular and I think
I get it asked for at restaurant all the time.
So, I mean, popularity can come from two things. It's cheap, it's accessible, but I think it also has to be good for it to be popular, right?
It's like all them three build up that sort of...
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely cheap. We've already discussed that.
It's very cheap.
Yeah, it's definitely accessible.
Although it's more expensive than normal Strongbow.
Is it?
And less alcoholic. But people want the fruit.
Yeah, they want the dark fruits. Yeah, so I mean, this is now one of, or a few years ago at least, it was one of the top 10 drinks brands in the UK. It must be quite good. So fair play to them. It's now owned by Heineken. Cheers to that, Strongbow. So you are the only fruit cider drinker I know
that has told you that they drink cider.
That has
admitted to it.
Okay. So do you know, when was your favourite glass of dark fruit cider?
There's a lot to choose from. I think the first time they brought it out in pubs, because they did it in cans in supermarkets, and it was so in demand that they made it on draft about 6 years ago.
6 years.
The first pint of Dark Friday was about 6 years ago.
Yeah, I remember it just exploded.
Before then, I just had Strongbow. I didn't even know anything about fruit cider.
Didn't know the dark world of Ravenclaw or Slytherin.
Also, after every shift is a favourite pint.
Yes. Oh man, I remember working at restaurants.
Working in a restaurant.
Not a pint of this, but a pint of anything.
Well, that's the nearest one to you.
Yeah. My dark fruits experience, I have had this before, is exclusively at festivals.
Yes.
Because I always think at a festival, or I used to when I used to go to festivals, is you can handle a warm glass of cider, a warm can of cider, but a warm can of beer is a bit, a bit much.
Nice.
I remember one.
But I guess cider drinkers are less picky.
Oh.
Is that
Shots fired. Controversial. So I remember one year we went to this festival, Boomtown, me and a few friends, and Boomtown limits the amount of booze you're allowed in.
Yeah, it's like a download.
Yeah. So what we were looking for, like, what's our most bang for the buck, and we saw Dark Fruits Strongbow. We were getting, like, I don't know, 10 cases. And we were 10 of us, 10 cases, and we saw Dark Fruits Strongbow and went, oh no, you know what will be better if we just get a regular Strongbow and a bottle of blackcurrant.
Yes, Strongbow Black.
It wasn't the same. I'm gonna be honest.
It's not the same. People tell you that it's the same, and why do you buy Dark Fruit when
it wasn't the same? It wasn't the same. So I can vouch for the fact
festival, though, I don't think people care.
This is better than Strongbow and blackcurrant.
It is. Otherwise, no one would drink it. Because Strongbow Black is cheaper.
It is. So thanks very much for coming. How are we going to sum this up? We've
It's nice.
We've lived, we've laughed, we've poured. But how are we going to sum this up? So the colour.
Colour's what you expect.
It's like a cherry red, isn't it? It's not.
Nice.
It's not as dark as I was expecting. It's kind of. It's kind of ruby actually. I've seen some beers this colour.
Yeah.
It's not that dark.
Yeah, I've seen beers that colour because I drank it accidentally.
Oh well, that's a story for another day.
Yes.
So it is definitely darker than Strongbow, isn't it? Yeah.
Strongbow's more.
Strongbow isn't this dark at all.
At all.
So it's definitely darker than Strongbow. It's kind of a ruby red colour. Quite a nice colour actually. The smell, I'm sticking to juicy blackcurrant.
Yeah, Dark Fruit.
We used to, when I was a kid, my mum would make us what we call jubblies, where she would just basically freeze cordial.
Yes.
And that's what this smells like to me.
See, it's home.
Mm-hmm. So the taste is
It's better with ice.
better with ice. Well, we've got ice. So the taste is much crisper than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a big sugary mess, and it isn't actually.
No.
It's actually quite dry.
I think it's the most driest dark fruit cider.
Yeah, it's
Fruit
not.
cider.
It's not super dry.
Yes.
The clothing brand. But it is quite dry. It's quite crisp. Like on the website, when I was doing research for this, Strongbow insists that this is crisp, and I was just eye rolling to death. But it is actually. It's actually reasonably nice. It's not cloying. It doesn't stick to the sides of your mouth.
Yeah.
So, for example, there are other fruit ciders out there that I've had that when I would say I've had one of those, I can't drink anything else the rest of the night. I have to drink that because it just dominates your taste buds.
Other fruit ciders have got like summer fruits.
Yeah, let's not mention any names there, but but you're right, and pear and things like that.
Yeah.
I think this is quite crisp and dry. Surprisingly to me, it's new to me. Very blackcurranty. I wouldn't be surprised if blackcurrant was the main flavour.
I think it is.
It is. Okay. I'm not going to mark it out of 10. It would be unfair. Even though I've been polite, I'm not sure this would make a 7. Instead, what I will say is, if this drink were a song, now we do have a guest on board, so what I'm going to do is say that before recording, I asked Sophie
If you did, yeah.
what she would think if this beer were a song, and somehow, some way, we both picked the same song, and that was
it was Barbie Girl by Aqua.
Barbie Girl by Aqua. This drink is 100% Barbie Girl by Aqua.
Because everyone likes it, but not a lot of people admit.
I just think Barbie Girl by Aqua. The only way you're going to get a pint of this in my hand is if I'm already dancing to Barbie Girl by Aqua. But
not everyone will admit they like it, but everyone will dance to it, which means everyone will drink this if they have to.
Yeah, and I think that's fair.
I think it's a great drink.
So guys, head down to absolutely anywhere, grab yourself a can of Strongbow Dark Fruits for around 80p, and if you like this, maybe this is your way into fruit cider, like proper scrumpy fruit cider. So have some of this. Maybe next time you're at a beer festival, ask for the fruit cider instead of beer.
Go for it.
In the meantime, guys,
Cheers.
I'd like to thank my guest.
Thanks for having us.
Cheers.